Hello and welcome back to Mark's House and Garden UK. This is my subterranean hedgehog nesting house underneath my wildflower mound. This is a wildlife trail camera. This is cat food, and over here is my all new Mark's House and Garden UK hedgehog feeding station. Now I've been watching the hedgehogs in my garden for a few weeks using that trail camera, and I've been putting cat food down for the hedgehogs. And it's been a wonderful experience, and I have got footage of hedgehogs, but predominantly the wildlife footage I've been getting has been of my neighbour's Jack Russell and the neighbourhood cat, and occasionally a fox. The food is for the hedgehogs. The hedgehogs are residing in the pampas grass over here, over my right shoulder. And I've seen them several times in my garden. I've seen large ones and small ones, so I know that there's more than one here. Notwithstanding all that, the food is for the hedgehogs. It's not for the cat. The cat's owners can feed the cat. My neighbour can feed his Jack Russell. My cat food is for my hedgehogs. So I've built a cat-proof hedgehog feeding station. Now I've made this out of an old planter. I made these planters for some banana plants about 5 years ago, and they've been lying around the garden, so I decided to improvise with them and turn them into this hedgehog feeding station. It's got an entrance and an exit. In fact, it's got two entrances and two exits. A tunnel on that side and a tunnel on this side, and you can see here that's my improvised tunnel, which is made out of wood from a pallet. What's this on the front? Well, the first time I put this out, thinking it was cat proof, the first night's video had the cat inside it, eating the hedgehog's food. And so despite the fact that I put the tunnels on it and thought that the tunnel entrances would deter the cat, they didn't. So I've made those tunnel entrances smaller. In fact, I had to make them smaller twice, because despite the fact that I made them smaller on day 2, the cat still got in. And incidentally, you are going to see some hedgehog footage inside this hedgehog feeding station. So that's one entrance, and there is a similar entrance here, and it sits on the grass, and inside it I've been putting a plate of cat food, a combination of kibble, which is great for the teeth of the hedgehogs, and cat meat pate, which is to help them to fatten up for the winter. Now this is all chicken and poultry based, no fish. You can also use meat, I believe, but not fish. This sits on the grass, and then there is a lid. Now it's important that things like foxes can't get inside there. And on top of the lid rests a breeze block. That is now cat proof and dog proof and fox proof, but it's not hedgehog proof, and you'll see the proof of that in a moment. One last thing I've got to show to you is the trail camera. This is a brilliant thing I bought. I will put the link to this in the description box below this video. If you buy it, I do receive a commission, and thank you for your support. Now this is motion activated. It also has a solar panel, so I don't need to charge it, although I have been charging it. You can download the footage onto another device, and you can view remotely, so I can be inside the cottage, which is over there behind the camera, and I can sit in the cottage and look inside here. So it comes with this strap here, and I cut 2 very thin slices down the side of this wooden plank here, so that I could put the strap through, and I'll demonstrate this now. So the strap comes like this, and then through the back of the camera, as you would probably expect, like that, and then the other strap goes down the other slit, and then I connect it on this side. Now it's important that that is pointing downwards, so I put a little wedge of wood at the top here, so that it's pointing down towards the plate of food. That's the plate of food. There's one entrance. The other one is in the opposite side. Now you have to remember that hedgehogs have spikes, and those spikes point backwards. So if they get into a space, because of the backward pointing spikes, they can't always get out of a space. That's why I've put an in and an out, an entrance and an exit, so that they can always come in and then go out in the opposite direction. I don't want them getting stuck. They can always move forwards. We don't want the spikes to act as a barb to prevent it from going in reverse, so it can continue in, have a good feast, and then continue out. Now, I've seen hedgehogs down here, which is why I've placed this here. I think that they're currently nesting in that pampas grass behind me. I'm hoping that they will move into my subterranean hedgehog nesting box to hibernate. And incidentally, there's a full video on how I made that subterranean hedgehog nesting box on my channel, and I will link to that video in the description box below this one. And you're going to see some footage from inside here in a moment too. I'll put some lovely cute hedgehog footage. I'm replenishing this every night at about 9:30, and then waking up in the morning and having a wonderful time watching the little hedgehogs. Right, lid on. There's only one last thing to tell you, which is really important. Place some water nearby. The hedgehogs will also need a drink after this kibble. The kibble's great for cleaning the teeth. The meat is great, protein. That's my dog, cat and fox-proof hedgehog feeding station. Now please sit back and enjoy this footage of an adolescent hedgehog filling his tummy. See you soon for some more hedgehog adventures. Bye for now.